Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here. Another late morning today. I didn't get 11:30, but I wanted to talk about some of my plans for Tuesdays generally. And I know I've talked before about how I have these patterns and habits and things like that. So anyway, I want to talk about some of my dreams for empowering Asia, and I was term I wanted to put in the title, but I couldn't fit it in, called Fempowerment, which is female empowerment. Considering I can be a bit sexist or misogynistic myself, it feels a bit hypocritical, but I probably to make up for that in a way, or because I feel I want to help people who have gone through a rough deal. So I want to talk about how I dream to. I know April's already gone, but from April till June, I hope I will have made by that time, by July in a way, but before July, I hope I will have made a difference in a positive way towards Asia and its economies and empowerment, and as I say, fempowerment as well. So I'm going to try not to repeat these ideas that I've talked about before if I can help it, but there are things I want to cover over Tuesdays, much of which will be similar to Mondays, but because I come up with a list of 30, obviously it's not always possible to do that in a day, especially if I procrastinate or I do other things. But anyway, I'm going to try and get on with it, and hopefully someone out there will enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get on with this list. Number one, I hope to raise the profile of Asian entrepreneurs, and also, as I talked before about, and I even thought in the title I had lots of ideas for the title, as usual, like the Pan-Asian Entrepreneurship Network, or something like that, and to bring all possible Asian entrepreneurs around the world together to support Asia and each other, the diaspora and so forth. So to make like sort of one Asia where they work together, so many people, and empower each other and support each other's entrepreneurs, enterprises and so forth, just like the UK or US probably. I'm sure US also, as the late Margaret Thatcher here in the UK said, to support Britain, but I'm not really that patriotic, so I sort of think Asians support where our roots are from, and instead of supporting things like the military, to support each other and all that sort of thing. As I've talked before about, it's difficult without repeating, but about how I don't want to support people who, as I would see it, robbed a house. I want to support the people whose house was robbed, like the Vietnamese, Iraqis, and people like that, and Indians and all that. But anyway, so I'd love to raise the profile of individual entrepreneurs, and on that note, please share any links or information about entrepreneurship, or if you are an Asian entrepreneur, or if you are planning to support Asia and that sort of thing. Two, this list was also about what I was supposed to be also about, like what I plan to do for today as well. And so I'm sort of stuck in two minds between whether to talk about my general dreams for Asia, or what I plan to do for today, or what's remaining of it. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night, so I don't have a huge amount of time left of today. And I was thinking tomorrow I probably won't go online. I'll just do my writing on paper, because I haven't really got around to doing any writing on paper as I planned. But I hope that I'll support Asian entrepreneurship generally as much as possible, and raise awareness of profiles, and also maybe in the future have like read about or talk about as many Asian entrepreneurs as possible. Like the ones that come off my jump to mind are people like Jack Ma, Mukesh Ambani, Rajan Tata, I think his name is Rajan Tata, something like that, who runs Tata. I forget his name, but he runs Tata, which is one of the biggest companies, at least in Asia, if not certainly in India, if not in Asia, and possibly one of the biggest in the world. And they even own Tetley, which is quite ironic, because Britain colonized India, and Tetley, or Tata, is apparently as covered by Carolina Goswami's channel, India in Details, is one of the top, is one of the top employers, if not the top public employer in the UK, which I love the irony, like, because Britain took over India and ran India, so it's like those four. It's sort of ironic justice, perhaps, if you look at that. So I'd love to also support Indian projects such as tea companies, brands like Tata, which owns Tetley and things like that, and also projects from all over Asia, and as I say, Indian entrepreneurs and tourism, Asian entrepreneurs generally as well, and Indian, Chinese, and whatever, and like Jack Ma and people like that as well. As I say, all across Asia, and just want them to network together and learn from each other. And as I say, reading about Asian entrepreneurs, and also like promoting tourism, Asian tourism, and as I say, brands and YouTubers and things like that, all sorts of things like T-series. Moving on, 3, as I say, I don't want this list to be too long, so I hope it won't be too long. I hope someone out there will, I hope as many people as possible will enjoy it. But number 3, I hope to make. I hope to go onto on Facebook. I normally like to, all my videos now, I normally like to do on YouTube, because if I might be able to get enough views, hopefully in the future, I hope someone out there, enough people will enjoy it so that I can earn some money to give to charity and things like that, as well as having a living from. But I also hope to share some videos on Facebook, make some live stream videos on Facebook to share with schools across Asia with my ideas for a curriculum. I call it the M.K.S curriculum, to keep them busy during this time, especially students with dyslexia. Also, I hope to do to send freebies to Asia, as I talked about before. Number 4, again, I hope to read about and find out about and talk about Asian entrepreneurs such as M.K.S and people like that, and possibly find out as much as I can, and also hopefully people share comments in the links. Or in the comment section. Links in the comment section. Sorry. Hopefully, I'll get there eventually. And that sort of thing. 5, I hope to help people from Asia to achieve their aspirations, and as I've talked before about supporting people from slums and all that. And I dream to possibly make Asia the richest continent, and also look at how it can not just only become financially empowered, but also stay that way, so that it doesn't learn from mistakes from history, that it doesn't repeat some of those mistakes that big companies or big or countries that did well made. Number 6, I hope to help Asians around the world to achieve their full potential, and again encourage people from the diaspora to donate to the empowerment of Asia, and to support organisations which help people like in slums and orphanages and people with dyslexia and so forth to become financially empowered. So, like if someone can give direct debits, like as many people as possible, to give the equivalent of like £1 a day to towards groups, that NGOs and so forth, that help people in slums and orphanages to become empowered and to believe in their dreams and to get training, equipment, and education. I'm not a big fan of academia, but I suppose it's better than nothing. But also general education, especially about entrepreneurship and things like that, and especially girls. And if enough people do that, I know some charity. I know there's a lot. Even myself, like sometimes I don't always trust. How do you know a charity is going to actually do what it says? So, but I hope they will. I hope we can find some charities that we know are trustworthy. 7, again, in the future, I dream to work with and even set up like charities and NGOs like Friends of Asia or things like that, which go across parts of Asia and empower the continent, and especially people from the poorest backgrounds, and connect NGOs together, even from different religions somehow, or different groups, that empower people from Asia with training materials and art materials and all sorts of things like that, stationery and that sort of thing, as well as sending some of my own stationery. 8, again, hope for people from Asia to talk about what they love about each other. And I know I'm repeating a lot of these ideas, so please forgive me for this one, but I hope for them to look at motivational videos and share it with each other. So people from Asia share these videos with each other, like Evan Carmichael's channel, so they can learn from it and take notes about them. So like when they share these videos or watch these videos, they can like note take about things they learn and keep those notes with them as reminders, and also like discuss it together. But because by discussing together, I think they can do a lot better as well. rather than doing it just by themselves. So they work in teams and things like that, and encourage each other. Number 9, I hope to encourage mentors or people like that with experience to teach people in Asia about how to set up a business plan, including, as I say, people from slums and orphanages, which may never have had those opportunities to set up their own business plans and things. To learn how to plan, and also people like Dalits and other disadvantaged groups across Asia to become empowered. As I say, especially the poor, but again, even taking inspiration from Asians who have done well around the world. And I still also wish to have the profile of Asian entrepreneurs. Like I was thinking, like a list of 30 Asian entrepreneurs, or maybe even in the future, maybe even they could be like lists of hundreds or even thousands or even millions if we inspire lots of people again who are not yet entrepreneurs but might need that encouragement. Number 10, I hope to support young entrepreneurs, especially girls, to learn about business and entrepreneurship and to be encouraged and that sort of thing, and about how you can, I say, fail your way to success. So even if it doesn't matter if you fail, so if they take that fear of failure and still pursue businesses and are given funding and support and mentoring and things like that, and older people to teach younger people from a young age about business. I think that covers everything for part 1, and I'd love to know what you think. Hope it wasn't too bad, and I hope someone out there enjoys it. Peace and love.